See that beaver's been chewing on that tree? That's pretty recent. You can tell it's recent because the leaves hadn't even wilted yet.
There's a squirrel on that tree right there, but I don't think he took it down, do you?
No, I don't think he got that one, no. That's a little out of his league. There we go.
Nice, what do you got there?
Probably just a bluegill.
Pretty good bluegill, though.
Not too bad. Everything we teach them at camp, hold them by the ears.
There you go. Fish number one.
I'm on the board.
You are on the board. Here we go. I think yours are a little bigger. I tell you what though, bluegill are so much fun to catch because all you really got to do is cast out there. I mean, a lot of people do it under a bobber and I enjoy fishing it under a bobber, but we're just casting these little homemade bugs out there and I'm just reeling it really slow across the bottom, and when they hit it, there's no question they got it.
Oh, got one.
There you go.
On the drop.
They're stacked in here.
Get in here, get in here. Look at that.
Look at that, that's a good one. That's a pretty bluegill right there. Good size.
They're kind of wide.
I tell you what, people who really like to bluegill fish and eat those things, watch us throwing these back, will think we're crazy.
That's right.
Today's a really, really big day for camp because we're down here. Later on, they're going to be doing the dedication for a new dining hall. And you've been working at this camp for quite a few years. You have to, at some point in time, wondered if this day was ever going to come.
They've been talking about trying to get this dining hall project underway for years. And it started in the mid-90s, and then it's been kind of put back, and finally this is the year. So we're looking forward to getting to use these new facilities. They're really nice.
I'm excited to see the facilities. I know we've been talking about it for a long, long time.
It's really come together here in the last month or so.
So Clay, you've been with the department and been with the conservation camps for a long time.
Yeah, I started here in '91 as a counselor, and I worked as a counselor for 4 seasons, and then I came back after I got my degree and worked as a part-time supervisor for another 6 seasons while I was teaching school. A number of years ago, I came into a full-time capacity as a CEPL, as a conservation educator.
You obviously are here for the summertime with different groups of kids coming in. What do you do the rest of the year?
Usually about September, I start going around to the schools, and we have a curriculum. And so we usually do a 5-program rotation. Like this last year, I did a gun safety program about October. And then I came through about November, December-ish and did a birds program. And then I do a program for camp. And so I'll talk about the daily routine of camp. I try to explain the application, how that application works, how they should apply for camp if they're interested, and try to encourage them to go to camp.
This year, my daughter is coming to conservation camp, and she's recruiting for you already because she's recruiting all her little friends from school.
That's the best way to do it.
She's really, really excited about it. It'll be later this summer. She's excited to come down and get a taste of conservation camp. Well, Clay, there was a couple years ago, you actually won some award, saved somebody's life, didn't you?
The week I took Ohio County, Muhlenberg County, and Butler County, it was a car overturned. I got out of my car, I raced to this car, and there was a gentleman laying there face down in the seat of the truck. So I tapped him on the foot like you do in your CPR training. I noticed under the hood compartment burst into flames. So I didn't wait for any more consent than that, and I could not budge this guy. He was a bigger guy, okay, much bigger than me. And so I tried to pull him, and luckily, we were on a major highway, and we had some people show up. Look at that, old bass. And luckily for me, and him too, another couple people showed up and helped us get him out of that car, because otherwise he would have burned.
So these kids that had you as their counselor an entire week, now we're going home and they're like, hey, there's Mr. Brummel, he's out there dragging that guy out of a burning car.
That's right.
That's pretty cool. You're probably a legend in that county.
I wouldn't go that far, but they saw me in action, I'll say that. There's a good one.
Nice little bluegill.
Yeah.
This is the time of year to catch them. Here we go.
We got them located.
We got a little hot spot of them right here in the shadows of the dining hall.
Look here, look here. Maybe a little bit bigger this time. He hit it like he meant it.
Just aggressive.
First campers arrive here in about 2 weeks, and I would say they would be just as successful as we've been today catching these little guys.
Very well, maybe a kid's first fish he's ever caught here in a month or so.
Here he comes, here he comes.
Nice. I tell you what, Clay, I've had a great time fishing with you this morning.
Yeah, great time.
It's been a blast. I'm starting to see some people show up. I think we probably better get this boat on the trailer and get up there to this dedication.
All righty.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This has been a passion of mine as a commission member. I went to this camp in 1964. These camps are absolutely vital to the future of hunting, in my opinion.
When you start looking at the raw numbers of kids that have attended these camps, and you look at the amount of people who buy a license, there's probably a correlation.
We have to believe so. We think that if we teach wildlife conservation to this younger age group, that they will enjoy the outdoor sports just like you and I do. And once you expose them, they tend to grow up and continue because you're teaching them a life skill. And it stays with you in your older life, and they become licensed buyers, which also contributes to everything else we do for wildlife.
You know, it really is an amazing deal because this took a lot of cooperation. The Kentucky Fish and Wildlife Foundation was obviously heavily involved. Right. To be able to pull all those funds together and to finally see this come to fruition really is special for me, and I know it's extremely important to you.
It is.
Well, I'll tell you what, I know you guys have put a lot of time and energy in this project.
This has been on the books for a long time, probably 10 or 12 years, and we finally were able to secure the funding to get that done. And we look forward to opening it up, you know, here in camping season during June. And I'd almost like to be one of the first kids to get to come to this facility because it's really, really nice.
So this project really was a cooperative group from the community, the agency, and nonprofit groups as well.
There are so many people that are so generous because it's for the kids. There are kids come to this camp that have never caught a fish, that have never shot a rifle, that have never done the outdoor activities that they get to do here, and hopefully they continue to enjoy the outdoors, which is what we really want them to do.
Count it down. 3, 2, 1.